right, so we have just been yapping so much, so I figured I'd go ahead and hit play, hit record.
It's like the podcast before the podcast, and
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like it's better.
My gosh, it has been too long since we've made a little podcast episode.
I
We've been
know.
busy.
It has been so many new things happening.
Spring has sprung.
Dude, about time. Like, literally just looking out my window and seeing sun and green grass, I feel like endorphins and things being released in my body, so
Life is worth living.
thankful for that.
Yeah, I just got back from San Diego.
Dude, those pictures? Stop.
It was amazing. It was my first time there, so and
Was
even in
it?
Southern California, beautiful,
Ugh.
stunning.
San Diego is a thing of its own. It's like the prettier version of LA. Like, don't hate me for
Mhm.
that, but I don't know what it is, but it's its own thing.
What's been going on with you?
I feel like life's been at full speed lately, just with all the things. These kids, girl. Like, um, yeah, and work, obviously. But I mean, aside from all those things, we're just in way too many groups, and they're all so good for us, but it is just a lot to keep up with.
You guys are go, go, go. I see the bob is still bobbing.
I wish I could say that I wasn't obsessed with it like I am, but it just makes me want to try. It's a
Mhm.
thing. Like, I'm committed to him, and it's just a relationship that we have now, and
Him.
yeah.
Okay.
It is, because it's so funny. I was talking to my hair girl, and she's like, what did she say? She was like, "See, this is what the problem is with the world, because Bob is like, it's a moment, right? Like, it
Mhm.
is the star of the show." And she's like, "And why are we calling him a man?" But to me, because his name is Bob, so I think
Yeah.
man, But she's like,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess I could call it Bobby, but
Bobby. Wait,
you
that's
know, I know.
cute.
I don't know. I just love a three-letter word, and it just,
Yeah. I love that. Bob.
but yeah,
Mm.
Bob is good. That's, yeah.
She's fully in her Bob influencer era.
Yeah, I'm here for it. And it was totally on accident, but it's so funny because we were talking the other day on, in case you're not aware, if you're listening, but algorithm definitely rewards like niched, very niched like topics,
Mhm.
because I mean, obviously I posted on not on accident, but just like, oh my God, cut my hair. And then it was
Mhm.
like anything that I posted after that that was like showcasing like the haircut, they
Mhm.
did so well, and then everything else was like, "We don't care." Like,
Yeah.
just so now.
I think that's why my videos on my personal TikTok are flopping because they do not follow a niche. They're like about my husband or about the beach or about like sailing or trend. I'm usually just doing like random trends.
Yeah.
But then my sailing TikTok, like so many comments, so many views because it's
Yes.
only sailors and like, yeah. So it's very much that's the moment on TikTok, but, like, probably any social media right now.
And it's actually so interesting because since, like, that masterclass thing that I did last year,
Mhm.
that was very much, they touched on so many things, but that was very much, like, one of the topics was, like, "Who are you talking to?" And it was so specific, like,
Mhm.
super niche, micro niched, but it's like, if you're not talking to that person, who are you talking to?
Yeah, because they'll scroll on, like, your ideal client or audience or whatever, like, if it doesn't pertain to them, they're gonna scroll, so
Yeah, literally. So now it's, I don't know, kind of become like a little bit of a passion project, if you will,
yeah.
because now I'm kind of like, when I post something, I'm like, why didn't it perform? And then I
Yeah.
start like, like deep diving. So in a sense, like, I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure out, I
I
guess.
love how it happened on accident. It was like a happy accident
I know it
for
was.
you.
I feel like
That's
the
the best thing.
universe is just, and that's what I mean is like, I mean, not to ramble, but obviously we've been on a journey like over the last couple
Mhm.
years, and it's like the more clear that I become, like, in my mind and in my heart and in my soul, I feel called in different directions, and I feel like I don't even have to try, but the way things
Mhm.
align is
Yeah.
like, I don't need like, the more that I just block out the noise of everything that's happening, whether it's in, like, the lash industry or politics or wherever, is,
Mhm.
like, the more that I'm just, like, I'm aware and I know what's going on
Mhm.
and, it's cool, but I'm still gonna stay focused on.
I 100% agree, and, like, lucky girl syndrome is so real. It When you're aligned with everything and you act and live and think in that, everything does fall into place. And it's not like woo-woo or magic, like, it actually does happen, and it becomes so easy, so it's, like, hard to I don't know, it's hard to, like, be honest about that sometimes because we almost think that feel guilty or, like,
Right.
"Why is it so easy? Why are we so lucky?" But really, like, it's because of our mindset and how we live our life.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's not easy. Well, there nothing about
Yeah.
that is like, changing the way you think is incredibly hard, and it just
Mhm.
I feel like.
It's that, before work.
Yes. And
Mhm.
it's like the more in tune that you are with yourself, like your higher
Yeah.
self, like the more that you attract like that
Yeah.
version of your life. And I mean, luck, yes, maybe some of it, yes, there is luck. There's like serendipitous like things that happen and you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, like,
'Cause
um,
it, isn't luck because it's like the red car theory, right? Like,
mhm,
whatever you focus on, whatever you want to see, you will see. So, there's psychology
literally.
there.
I agree with that 1,000%. And I hate right? I'm like, maybe we should just start like walking around like we're millionaires and
Mhm.
see what happens. I'm like, why haven't I thought that's so true though? Because like when you're maybe thinking about buying a new car and you're like,
Mhm.
I think I want a Tahoe. And then it's like everywhere you go,
Yeah.
you see like not even just a Tahoe, but you're like, I think I want a white Tahoe or like a
Mhm.
a gray Tahoe. And then everywhere you go after that, gray Tahoes. And then you're like, okay, the universe
Yeah.
is literally like,
Yeah.
oh,
And
that's
it's like
it.
nothing really changed, but you changed. What your thoughts and what you're looking for changed. So, really, if you take anything from that, start with you, start with your mind, your thoughts.
Definitely. I will absolutely say like I thought it was gonna be just like you make a decision one day and then you're like, I'm gonna be a happier person or a more positive person or whatever it is. And if I learned anything, I think the most valuable thing that I learned from that masterclass was the inner monologue doesn't happen anymore. Like the bad inner monologue. Like when,
Mhm.
like before we would do a video and I'd be like, oh my God, I just look awful. Like,
Mhm.
or just anything. Like if I'm doing like a talking like voiceover or something and then I would be like, ugh, cringe, just like the
Yeah.
sound of like all that like inner whatever that was isn't there
Yeah.
anymore. And I feel like when you get rid of whatever that is, like that bad self-talk or self-sabotaging, whatever you want to call it, I think and that kind of goes like with the mindset that you have to change to be quote unquote lucky if that's what you want to call it. But it really is just a shift in the way you see yourself and
Yeah.
the way you show up in the world.
When we talk about this, it always reminds me of the untethered soul and, viewing thoughts. Like they're all just thoughts. They're not yours. They're just flowing by and you get to choose with that. So
Literally
that's
is kind of wild too because I mean that book is great for a million reasons, but you are not your thoughts.
yeah.
And I feel like there's just so much power and especially depending on I feel like it's funny because I was literally telling my nail girl, like my mind used to be like to me, I would think like a dark alley in a town that you don't wanna be out in, like, past 9 o'clock. Is like
Mhm.
how I just the thought sometimes, like, so
Yeah.
intrusive, just so, like, at war with myself for what? Because of a
Mhm.
thought, just something that I don't know. So, yeah, you're not your thoughts, like, sometimes just let them pass.
Let them
Just
through.
yeah, yeah, literally, but I love that. We're just master pivoters at this point.
Yeah. I mean, great segue. We have just seen so much pivoting and evolving, not only in the beauty industry, but all over.
The world.
People young and old, all over the world, all over different industries, careers. Like, people are wanting change. They're wanting freedom and happiness over a dollar amount in their bank account or a blue check mark or by their profile. I feel like I've just seen so much growth and desire for change more than ever.
Mhm. 'Cause at the end of the day, and I think honestly for us, it was our move that
Mhm.
I mean, we were kind of forced into it without even realizing that that was gonna be a part of the process.
Yeah.
But I think it's like when you get the blue check mark or you work with this brand now
Mhm.
and you're there for a little bit and you're just like, yeah, the high of it, like the honeymoon phase of it is like so exciting and you just feel like
Mhm.
that girl or whoever, like I made it,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. And then you have it for 6 months and you realize you're still the same girl you were before the check mark
Mhm.
and it did nothing. Like it changed nothing about your
Yeah.
life other than the way other people see you. And then
The high wears off of all of
Lit
that.
literally, it's not sustainable, and it's just
Mhm.
really, refreshing to finally see, I don't know, that we're not the only ones that feel that way.
Yeah, I see it so much now, and even with people closest to me, because it does take time to build up your career or reach all of these quote unquote like successful goals. And then you come back from it. Once you reach that, then you're like, okay, now I have clarity to see like what actually brings true fulfillment, purpose, happiness. So it's been cool to see everyone kind of go through that
Excuse me.
and just getting more clear on what life's about.
Yeah. I think it was a long time coming because truthfully, not this last because we didn't go, but not this last lash conference, but the one before that we were all
Mhm.
at.
Mhm.
I think we were just so
2024.
Was it? I don't even know what year it was. It feels like a lifetime ago. I'm so thankful that you were there and that we have had each other just since, I mean,
Mhm.
honestly, since the first LashCon that we met at,
Yeah.
because that's when it started for me. Like I started to feel, all the feelings and then to have you the next year be like in the thick of the feelings. I'm like, I'm not
Mhm.
crazy. Like it it is, I don't know, it's an invitation if you let it be, you know? It sucks and it's not always a straight shot to the top, but I feel like sometimes it's more about like depth versus
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
would rather go deeper than further, I guess at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I like that analogy. Yeah. And once you see it, once you reach that like enlightenment, you can't go back.
You really can't 'cause nothing else like it doesn't give you that feel good. Like those endorphins
Mm-mm.
don't happen anymore. You're just like this I don't get anything out of uh, whether it's like posting or
Mhm.
however you show up in the internet or buying things or whatever it is that is your vice or how you deal with things is like it loses its power.
Yeah. Something about, seeing, like, the big influencers now and the story times about, like, a beauty influencer or a hair influencer. I mean, my friend just shared a story time actually about a big hair influencer, and, like, things are not the same in real life as they are on social media. The people are not the same,
Mm,
their routines, their day-to-day life are not the same. Everything is just so fake on social media. All these influencers are not happy. I mean, it's become so apparent even watching the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Have you watched that?
dude, I haven't, but
The new
my hair
season?
girl like got me up to speed the other day and I'm like I couldn't even watch that because my anxiety would be insane, but
Yeah.
that is like what is happening in the world right now is like
Yeah. No, people live these like normal lives and then they get followers and then they, climb to the top and they just are not themselves and they're not even the people that made them famous in the beginning.
yeah.
Like fame and fortune and social media clout and opportunities is just not bringing these girls like it's not bringing anyone happiness and I finally am seeing the curtain drop with all of that. I think a
Think
lot of people are.
yeah. It doesn't have its it doesn't have I guess it's power anymore. Like, nothing about
Mhm.
it is appeasing. Like, we want whatever it is to be sustainable. Like, we don't wanna
Yeah.
lose ourselves in the process of making our life look like somebody else's because that's very much the reality
Mhm.
anymore. And it really is. It's kind of funny because it is like one little betrayal of yourself at a time that you become
Mhm.
a different person in as little as like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I feel like we see it, we saw it in the lash industry, like, everyone posting about the same things, and then everyone's content starts to look the same. Like, I thankfully feel like we're out of that era maybe,
Mhm.
like, we don't see it as much, like, everyone's content has, like, their own identity, and I think that's
Mhm.
so cool and so refreshing, but
Finally, in 2026. Like, it's taken a minute.
Literally, I have not been on Instagram almost, like I don't get on, like, almost at all,
I
really,
know.
anymore
I just did
because
my first post yesterday in,
I loved
like,
it.
forever, and, like, it was
Yeah.
just, like it literally
Whatever.
took me 2 minutes. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
whatever. Like, I
and
didn't put thought into it.
but I love that. I love that. That's it's so hard because I love obviously, we all do because we can appreciate, like, the artistry and the technicalities and, like, all the things that go into, like, a well put together piece of content. I
Mhm.
love that. But I just feel like if you're just trying to show up and you're
Yeah.
just I almost would rather have, like, the just show up and the people that
Yeah.
you attract, I feel like, are just real people that are like, "I literally just showed." That's what my just showing
Yeah.
up looks like versus this, like, super well put together not to say I don't love it because I
10
do.
slide Canva breakdown
Yeah.
paragraphs.
Yeah. And that's where we were. We were putting
Yeah.
so much energy into our content. No wonder why we were like, "Yo," just for it to look like everyone else's because it was, it's
Yes.
like, I'm good. And truthfully, I don't even get my clients from Instagram. So I'm like, "What am I
No.
doing this
And I
for?"
don't even get my education from Instagram. So, like, I wouldn't even watch, I wouldn't even read a 10 slide
Yeah.
Canva guide
Yeah.
or whatever.
This
Like,
is
it's changed, it's evolved, it's pivoted.
it has. I think, the word for 2026 is pivot.
Yeah,
For
I love that.
so many reasons.
It is.
But love to see it. I think it's I don't know. I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I think it was long overdue.
Mhm. I like that you bring up that you're not even getting clients from Instagram right now because I just got the thing in the mail that I ranked number 1 in the neighborhood downtown Charleston.
Mhm.
And I've been number 1 on Google, like, 6 months into opening my business here,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
that's not because I did insane marketing or did ads, like, it's not. I just did good work, and then people talked about it. That's
What?
literally it. I did it if you go back on my Instagram or anything, I did not do a lot of posts, like, I didn't. That's just not what it was. Even
You
starting
know,
in 2025, that was last year.
I I like I love that. Like, I just wanna put, like I don't even know, transcribe that and put it on a billboard
Yeah.
because I feel like people got so caught up in building, like, a brand on the internet that did not
Mhm.
translate into their business. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, guys,
That part.
like, the internet it's a digital space, it's a digital world. Is it a great landing page, and is it great to have, like, a strong internet presence for but it should be of your work. Like, it should be
Yeah.
of things that your clients, your future clients are gonna get value from and be like, "Ultimately, she's my girl."
Mhm.
But I feel like we lost the plot last year over the
Yeah.
last several years, and then we
Yeah.
wonder why we see people saying, like, "My business is struggling."
Yeah.
But your brand presence in your community is just as strong, or it should be stronger
Mhm.
than your brand presence on the internet.
Yeah, and we can talk from experience because we both had different points in our career where we lost the plot. Like, I fully was dedicating my life not to my clients, not to my artistry, but to what post I'm posting that day, what OOTD, like, I'm posting that day. Like, I lost the plot. I was, like, caring so much about the virtual world and the followers and the brand partnerships. It sucks you in. I feel like it's might be some sort of an addiction with social media. And so, like, I got out of that and started living for real world and getting off my phone and just making that feel better than, random pictures and videos.
Yes. I want my life to feel like what I portray it to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, no wonder why we get lost and no wonder why we get caught up in just things that don't matter because we're over here
Mhm.
chasing an aesthetic instead of making our life feel like
Yeah.
what we're portraying it to be.
I feel like there's a difference in performing or creating a video versus documenting.
I feel
Like,
that.
I have definitely moved my social media to just documenting, literally just, oh, snap a pic and put my phone away. Like, not setting up a tripod, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, like, something to that effect, like, just super quick documentation of what I'm really doing in life.
Yeah. Like, you're present. I mean, you snapped a quick picture, but you're there for the moment.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like it's so we get stuck behind capturing everything that it's like, were
Mhm.
you even here? And I'm so guilty of it still. I'm much better
It's a
at
work
it.
in progress.
It really is. It's really hard because it's like I want the documents. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I just
That was a big thing in my friend's story time about the, social media hair influencer. She literally did not interact with my friend at all throughout the service. She was fully on her phone, cared about the angle, um, didn't even do an introduction like, "Hi, nice to meet you." She said something like, "I'm sure you've, like, seen me on, like, TikTok. I'm sure you've seen what's going on in my life on TikTok." Like, just expected her to just
to
know everything
know.
about her. It was crazy, like, and
No.
I've heard of that about that many times with influencers. It's just people, like, caring so much about the social media world instead of, like, the person right in front of them. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think and it's kind of ew. It's just I don't
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's icky.
yeah, like we're having a human experience, like not a digital one. Like,
Mhm. And I've been following this creator for a while. You would think she is the nicest, most humble, most, like, sweet person. So, that really sucks, like, to find out that she's not.
it really does. It's so disheartening. I feel like I never just punch me if that's what it gets to. If I ever, I'm like,
No.
please, fully, or just like an open hand slap. Like, I don't even care. Give it to me.
I mean, we've
I
seen it in the lash industry too,
We
where people
have,
let this get to their head, like,
yeah. Though
"Girl, like, it doesn't matter."
yeah, we don't care. We really don't care. And I think that's what is like, it almost feels like you're in an alternate universe because you're
Yeah.
sitting in spaces where people are so just enamored with themselves and their following and the way that they show up in the digital space. But it's like, babe, be here right now. Like, I want a feel for who you are in real life. Like,
Mhm.
it,
And it creeps me out when people are so different,
yeah.
like, in person than they are online. Like,
Yeah.
that's a double life, babes.
That's not sustainable.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
definitely a scary side to social media. So hopefully that's kind of what we're going to see evolve and pivot in 2026 for sure.
yeah. I mean, it can't be kept up. Like, period, end of the story. And I think, like, everybody that's been living a double life, I think that's what they're getting to is like, I
Mhm.
can't. Do you follow Christy, or something like that? She's like the cutest, most hilarious chick. I'll have to send you some of her content, but her and her husband, his name's Desmond. He's a chef. But they're, like,
Hmm.
super, like, have a ton of followers, just the cutest little
Mhm.
couple ever, like, cutest little
I don't
family.
know.
They, like, recently, like, got divorced, and the
Oh.
internet is like, "Get out of town," because you just think they've been together since they were 14,
Mhm.
like, they just have this whole life, and then I mean, from what they're saying is, like, he was cheating on her. I don't know how true that is, I should but that's just what there's like, that's what's being said, and it's
Yeah.
like but we all were sitting here I think the world was more I'm sure they were devastated, but I think the world was just as devastated.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys are perfect.
yeah.
What
'Cause
but it's
obviously they're not sharing their arguments
right,
online, like
right, and if, like, if people are not waking up to that and seeing, like, they they show us what they want us to see.
mhm.
This is not real life, like, these are
Yeah.
just snippets. As a world, I think we're pivoting, you know?
I sure hope so.
I I do too. I just think about all the ways that we've had to pivot just over the last couple years. That has been just been interesting,
Mhm.
like, to
Not
say the
even
least.
yeah, not even to mention, like, our huge move, like, how many people actually move across the country, move their family, move their careers, close down, reopen their businesses. That taught us so much. That's kind of along the same lines of why I believe that traveling the world just gives you so much life experience and perspective, and to where you have that knowledge and education to like speak on subjects and kind of have a good perception on certain subjects. I feel like kind of moving states and moving out of your hometown lends itself to the same perception shift and experience.
Definitely. Like, you experience the world in a completely different way,
Mhm.
and I don't think there's no class, like, there's no,
No.
uh, I don't even know, like,
There's no
short
TikTok you
yeah,
can learn this from. Like you
and
have to actually real life experience it.
yeah, yeah, you gotta get your, like, hands dirty a little, you gotta put yourself out there, and it is never what you think it's gonna be,
Mhm.
which I think is, like, it's a blessing and a curse because I feel like as artists, I think we're a little, like, we romanticize the heck out of literally everything,
Mhm.
but I also feel like being a little naive it's almost key. It is almost what
Yeah.
keeps you from being like, "F all this." Like, "This was not what I thought it was gonna be. I freaking quit. Like, I wanna go back home."
Exactly. You have to
Lulu.
keep that, like, naivete or whimsy. Yeah, just keeping that, like, whimsical and being okay with whatever the outcome is, because guess what? When I moved, I had no idea how my life was gonna be. I had no idea I was gonna find friends, my business was gonna do good, if I was gonna find good clients, like, no idea. Now, like, looking back, I only moved, like, 2 years ago. Amazing. I couldn't have dreamed it to be this amazing. So, like, what if it works out? What if it works out way better than you're thinking? 2 years ago, when I lived in Kansas before I moved to Charleston, like, wasn't thinking of sailing. I wasn't thinking of that becoming my whole life. I wasn't thinking about living on a
Yes.
boat, and now, like, that's top of mind. That's the kinda life that we wanna live now. So it's just so funny that you of course, stress and have anxiety about all these, like, issues that you could run in, but we don't go down that road as much with what are the crazy possibilities that could happen.
Literally. Like, if we spent kinda like we were talking about earlier, if we spent more time, like, thinking about the things that we wanted in life instead of, like, worrying
Mhm.
about the things especially when you are in a place where you're like,
Mhm.
you already made the decision and now you're in the decision and you're like,
Yeah.
"None of this is going the way that I thought that it was gonna go."
Mhm.
And then, like, all those intrusive, thoughts creep in, and it is it
That's
just
why it's
gets
so important to, like, easily pivot.
you have to.
You
And
have to.
have, like, have friends that you share that just experience with because honestly, it was until you and I met and you were like, "Oh my gosh, I might be moving or whatever."
Mhm.
And I remember being like, "Just keep me updated, like, I would love like, I'm
Mhm.
so excited." And I was still, like, in the honeymoon phase of it, like,
Mhm.
when you're in the, like, gung ho and you're just, like, full speed ahead and you're posting and you're posting and you're posting.
Yeah.
And if you've moved or you've, like, been a new business owner, it's probably the same experience, but, like, you're posting, you're posting, you're posting, and there is, like, momentum that happens, and you
Mhm.
do get people that are interested in your services, and then it kinda comes to, like, a point where, like, you're not booking clients, and
Mhm.
it's an opportunity, it's an invitation to pivot.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was
I
just
like
like
that invitation to pivot.
it is, it's always because you can stay stuck and stay where you are, or you can just, "Okay, what's not working about this?" And
Yeah.
then pivot.
Change it up, switch it up, why not?
Yeah, literally. If that's not working, like, what other choice do you have?
Yeah. Figure
So
it
it
out. Like, what I just pivoted literally 4 weeks ago from having a studio downtown. It wasn't working for me because I started to have loud neighbors, noisy neighbors, construction. It was a big building, so there was just so much out of my control.
Yeah.
And, of course, like, the increasing rent and fees like that. So I just pivoted. I was like, "This isn't really working for me anymore." It was fun while it lasted. I'm glad that I got to literally work on the ocean downtown. Like, it was so fun, but I'm
Yeah.
just pivoting. I'm just gonna, like, do some mobile lash services for now, and that's what I've done full time for the past 4 weeks, and it's been great. Like,
Yeah.
no complaints from me, no complaints from my clients. My clients love it. I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about mobile lash artists and how
Mhm.
hard it can be and not making the same amount, just like lugging all this stuff around. But I've honestly made it a super small, easy setup. I mean, the heaviest thing is like my
The
massage bed,
bed. Yeah.
which
I mean,
I'm getting my muscles, so
right.
I'm
She's like, "I've
okay.
I've been training for this." I
Yeah, I've
mean,
been strength training.
yeah.
Um,
I can literally drive a boat, so I can move a massage bed.
I mean, well, it's
Yeah.
literally I just, like, downsized on everything, like, everything's so I literally just have a bag, the bed, and then my chair, which is
Yeah.
super small, so it's super nice, super easy. I charge enough for it to be worth my time, and then I charge a travel fee too that all of my clients are happy to pay. So it's
Yeah.
been, like, great, everyone loves it, and if this ends up not working for me down the road too, guess what? I'm just gonna change it up and try something new.
Exactly. And that is such a beautiful way to, like, go about life.
Yeah.
I feel like as adults, there's just another pressure to I don't know if it's life or just succeeding or making it or maybe it's paying your bills. I don't know what the pressure is, but
Mhm.
there is a pressure in life that very much keeps people stuck in
Yeah.
the choice that they made because the fear of like not having that income or stability or
Mhm.
whatever it is keeps them there
Yeah.
instead of like, you know what, this isn't working. I'm just gonna it's an
I
invitation.
feel
It's
like yeah,
just
I feel like I can, like, argue the other side of that because be because there's so much education and information on the internet now, you can literally see into every single life and career and lifestyle and routine. There is so much research, especially with AI. Like, I feel like everything is literally at our fingertips.
mhm.
So I feel like it's so easy to walk down all of these different path options and truly be able to know the intricacies and the details of that life without doing it first.
Yeah.
Like, walking that path without doing it, like, fully jumping in, I feel like it's so easy. I mean, it's probably been easier now than ever to try out different lifestyles, through, the internet and stuff, and so I feel like, why not if you can? And then you get to, like, see if that'll actually be something you wanna fully leap into or not.
Yeah, literally. Like, we just have so much, like, at our fingertips to live in a I don't know, like, a safe environment. I don't know.
Okay, say that you wanted to move to Japan. You could look up on TikTok, like, somebody that lives
People
in Japan
Yeah.
day in their life.
So many resources. I definitely give grace because I can totally see how fear keeps you from playing the game, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, and when you have more responsibilities like parents or, like, different family situations, I will say, like, that is where we don't have any responsibilities. We don't have any kids. We don't have anything kinda holding us down, so that does
Yeah.
allow us to move so much freer.
I'm glad that you did touch on that because I think that's what keeps people on top of just, like, the fear of the unknown. It's like then you
Mhm.
throw a couple kids, you know, in the picture,
Mhm.
and for me, like, what I always tell myself is we are, like, their first experience of, like, seeing grown-ups, like, live in the
Yeah.
world and, like, navigate, and I
Yeah.
it hasn't been easy, and I mean, we still go through, like, shitty life things, but I
Mhm.
never want to lose, like, the magic and just,
Mhm.
like, the awe and the wonder that I still have of the world.
Yeah.
And I want them to always see that because there is no dream, I don't think. Like, there is no dream, whether you have kids or 12 dogs. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. So
Mhm.
don't let the fear of anything keep you from playing.
I think that's probably the most powerful thing you can show your kids is that anything is possible. Like, they're so lucky to have you guys as parents and just instilling that and showing them that that is a reality for people that anything is possible. Like, that is just the best perspective you can pass on to them.
I hope so. They don't see it that way, like, they definitely think we're so lame,
Yeah.
but I think it's so funny because their friends are like, "Are your parents influencers?" Like, they have no idea what we do. I mean, they'll see me, like, working, and then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
your mom does lashes," but they're like they just think that we have, like, because their only experience is their parents. So when
Mhm.
they come here and they see a version of their life in somebody else's shoes and they're like, "Why aren't
Mhm.
your parents, like, as stressed out as mine?" Or like, "How come your parents are always home?" Like,
Yeah,
"Why do they
like, why
wanna
are
hang
they
out with
home?
you guys?" Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like they actually wanna hang out with you guys, like, they seem happy most of the time, like, because you can create a life.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't matter what your life circumstance is, like, it is absolutely your choice
Mhm.
to make your life feel and be everything that you always wanted it to be.
I just love so much that you guys are that way and showing them that. I just heard of this story from these parents that didn't feel like spending so much money on daycare and school and working so much to upkeep all of those bills and
Dude,
expenses.
so
Like,
expensive.
that was just gonna put them so much under and lose out on so much life and time, and so they were like, "Oh," they figured out that in Spain, their kids get education for free. So they were like, "Let's go live abroad for a little bit and test that
Duh.
out." Like, we're gonna save thousands and thousands of dollars, and that's thousands and thousands of work. So let's just go live a little bit, try it out. Hey, if it doesn't work, we'll move back. Guess what? That's an option.
Right? Easy peasy. Dude, there is nothing like dual citizenship that is just like tickles my fancy lately. I've just been like I'm not gonna lie, like it has been I'm like, our country's a dumpster
Wait,
fire.
I
Like
know.
a lot
Hey,
of
should
stuff.
we do it? Should we look
I
into
mean,
it? I've thought about, like, Puerto Rico,
dude, more than meets the eye in
Greece.
Greece. Can you imagine?
Should
My
we?
gosh, stop. Amalfi Coast. Stop. Packing my bag, BRB.
No, and it's so cheap to live there.
Dude,
So cheap.
I also was telling Jesse, I have a hunger again to, like, get in the trailer and go explore.
Yeah.
Like, half of my algorithm is, like on TikTok is, like, hair and stuff, and then the other half is, like, people remodeling their trailers or, like, just traveling in them, and I'm like,
Mhm.
the freedom just to wake up in a new place
I
and just,
know.
like,
I
ride their
think
kayaks and their bikes.
I
Ugh.
think since you're such a water bug, I think you just have to, like, maybe try out the boat life.
I'm afraid that I'll like it. I'm afraid that is one that I'm afraid to love because then I'm gonna want a boat,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna have to store the boat. We already pay for this trailer and store this trailer, and that has been
Mm.
like I'm just afraid it's like or we sell the house and live in the trailer and then buy the boat.
Maybe that could be a retirement plan for you
Ah,
guys, like
yes, 1,000%. Like, I just wanna be like a vagabond. I want, like, no
mhm.
roots, and I just want to, like, be
Well, the
out in the
great thing
world.
about us getting a boat is we have
This
a
is
bedroom,
true.
girl.
This is true. Sleepover.
Yeah, it'll be so fun.
Please, you can come sleep in my trailer if you let me come sleep in your boat.
Okay, we can, house
Tradesies.
swap.
We should.
Guys, you
Uh,
might be listening to us and think that we're crazy.
you probably are, but crazy is what got us, like, here, so I like your
So, be
crazy.
crazy with us.
Right, you
No, it's
do.
so fun.
We need delusional besties, we really do.
Yeah. It always comes back to that.
It really does, and I feel like having friends like you and me is like, it keep you can have your head in the clouds, but your feet on the ground, and I don't think
Mm,
that there's a better combination than that because I don't know that there is a better way to, like, live,
yeah.
because we can all take ourselves too seriously, that's easy, like, we've all done that at some point or another,
Mhm.
but to really just, like, let go and just be, it's harder to do by yourself, like, you do need
Yeah. Well, even with this kinda sailing adventure, the more that we, "Oh, looked into boats. Oh, let's go crew on this boat." Then you meet people that are living your dream life, that, like, have done it already for years and years and years. Like, when you start jumping into these clubs or groups, Facebook groups, or even, like, community on TikTok, you meet people that are, like, have done what you wanna do, lived a life, and they are so what I've realized is people are so excited to bring you into a community and give you all their tips and, like, I don't know, I just feel like the humanity of people are shown so much when I don't know. That's kinda what we've been experiencing more. It's just people are human and they wanna help you out and they wanna love and they wanna have a community, and so when you put yourself out there, that's when you get to experience that. Kind of like if you want a village, like be a villager, you
Yes.
know? So,
And I love that. I feel like when you find like those little micro niche, even communities,
mhm,
there are like golden nuggets of humans that have been doing like what we're talking about,
mhm,
being new to this way of thinking and seeing the world that they've been doing it since like forever.
forever.
And it's like, I don't know, it's inspiring.
Yeah, it's so inspiring because I do not connect more and want to be around someone more than someone that realizes death is a real thing. We're all gonna die one day. Like, we only get this one life, depending on what you believe in, and why not live it up? Like, let's not spend this time on our phones, on our TVs in this virtual world. Let's actually live a million different lifetimes and lifestyles in this one life. And I don't know, I always come back to YOLO.
Yeah, literally, literally. Because it's actually kind of funny because I was just thinking about this the other day because all the podcasts that I've been listening to lately have been so deep. I'm like, I don't know if it's again because of like things going on in our family recently that have just my heart and my mind and everything just like hungry for more.
Mhm.
But I was just thinking, like, when you die, right? There's like your birthday, and then there's like the little dash, and then there's like the day that you died. And it's like how insignificant it feels. Like everything in between is like summed up to that little
Yeah.
dash. And I just thought, like, when I think about the dash, the last thing that I would ever think about was my job.
Mhm.
like, the brands that I worked with, like
Mhm.
TikTok, like the digital wor it was just like, I don't know, I've just been thinking like, "You can do
Guys, it
so
really
much."
is that deep. How much of this stuff is actually taking up our thoughts and, like, what
Mhm.
we're doing throughout the day? Like, so your days make up your life. So, like, if that stuff is actually taking up your day to day, then that
Right.
is I don't
Your
know, I just feel like
life,
we need to,
yeah.
like, make the connection a little bit more.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, literally, we said just a little while ago is like, it's one little decision at a time, and then your life looks completely different. You become a completely different version of yourself than you were ever created or made to be. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't have people in your circle or just in your life that, like, can reel you back in, because it's really easy to get caught up in worldly thinking and just, like, worldly ways.
Mhm.
And I don't I'm like, "I don't want that." Yeah, because we at the end of the day, like, sorry to say it's a little dark, but we die. We're not here forever, like, our time here is
Yeah.
short, and,
Shocker.
shocker! I don't know if you know this or not, but
They don't
but
know we
isn't
know this
it
secret.
right? But isn't it kinda crazy how, like, we're here for a while, like, we are here for a while, like, if we're
Yeah.
lucky, and it does start to feel like this is it, right? You treat your life better when you know that it's not, forever, like, it feels like a gift.
You have to keep it front of mind and, like, realize that, like, obviously, it's not a fun thing to think about, but I have to do, like, a little shameless plug because I wrote a Substack, actually my one and only one, I think, and it was you're writing your own obituary.
Oh, stop.
That's basically what we're doing.
Did you write your own obituary?
I have started it, but that's kind of like what my little Substack is about. Like every single day, every year, every month, we're literally writing our own obituary, like in the making. It's in the
Yes.
making.
This
So
is the
what do you want it to
content.
say?
Yeah, right. Man, that's tough. Like, that is that
No,
is
it gets you
good.
thinking. It gets you thinking. Like I will say it's very deep, but like we are just addicted to I was just gonna say we're addicted to deep things.
We No, but we are. But we
Yeah,
are.
we
And
love
that's why sometimes I'm like, if we lived in the same town, we would be this would be crazy. We would have
we would be even
already
crazier, guys, if
we
you can
probably would
imagine.
be. I just like there it's probably good that there's a little distance between us because I probably would have already sold my house and bought a yacht. And we would be
Yes.
traveling the world like, "I'll
We'd
follow
be
you."
living. Oh, stop. I see that in our future still.
I actually kinda do too. And that's all. I just want a beautiful life, and I want
That's
you to have
all.
a beautiful life. That's all, that's
Oh,
it. I just want us to live a beautiful life.
I know we will. I know we will, and I know all of you guys will too. Thanks for listening to us just
Yapping.
yap and go deep, and thanks for experiencing all the highs and lows of today's episode.
Literally. Literally from pivoting to dying, but, it is
And yeah, I hope it
it
was a good ride for you guys because it was a good ride for us. We just
Yeah,
wanna leave you with
life is short, and there's no better time like the present, so,
mm,
change your mind, change whatever it is you need to change so you can start working towards the little line between the dates on your frickin' tombstone. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like, one mindset shift at a time, and your
yeah.
life will be everything that you wanted it to be. So stay the course, bestie. We love
Mhm.
you.
We love you so much. Feel free to change, evolve, pivot, try out a million different ways of living, and thanks for hanging out with us.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.